What is up, guys? CharleyPangus here. Welcome to another video. I hope you're having a great day or night depending on where you are in the world. Today we're going to start a clothing line in 10 minutes or less. It's going to be epic and we're going to start that right now. First thing before we even begin to start a clothing line is we need a name, right? We need something that makes us stand out. It kind of sounds cool and people are gonna wanna wear it on their shirts, right? On their bodies, because that's what clothing is, right? People wear it on their bodies, whether it's a hat, a shirt, pants, whatever. We only have 10 minutes, what am I doing? Let's get going. So you need to come up with a name. Come up with names that you like, something that you relate to. What do you relate to? Think about that right now for a second. Whatever it is that you relate to, write it down on a piece of paper. Don't let it slip your brain, do it right now. Write it down on a piece of paper and just come up with a bunch of them and then pick like 2 or 3 of them, Google it, see if it's taken by anybody, and if it's not taken, go to GoDaddy or Fat Cow, whatever it is, and check the domain name. If it's not taken, buy that bad boy, buy all 3, whatever, however many you come up with, buy all of them if you have the budget for it, and just keep them in case you want to use them later on. The main one that you want to use, that's the main one you do want to buy because you don't want somebody else to buy your domain name later on. So buy it just to have it, so when your brand does get famous, you have a domain name and it's not taken by anybody. Trust me, it really helps to do that right off the bat, and it's cheap. Domain names cost like $1.99. GoDaddy has them for 99 cents. Come on, people, it's dirt cheap. So anyway, moving on now. So you need a logo, right? Don't worry about it too much because you can always change it later on, but I do recommend you spend the majority of your budget on a logo, whether it's $250 to $600, it doesn't matter. Spend that money to have a really good logo because guess what, guys? That is so important. That's what people are gonna remember. When you think Nike, you think of that swoosh, right? That nice checkmark looking logo. That was on purpose, guys. It's easy to remember, it's simplistic, people remember it. Spend some time, spend some money on it, find a really great logo designer and have them do your logo. It will make the world of difference, and we're gonna save money with printing later on in this video, so you don't have to worry about it. Spend that money on the logo. It's gonna make a big difference. People are gonna like your brand that much more, and it's gonna make you stand out from the crowd. The next one is target audience. How are you gonna find your target audience? You need to figure out who's gonna buy your product. Who do you wanna target? Are you a skate brand? Are you an athletic brand? Are you targeting gamers? You gotta think of these things, guys. You have to figure out what your brand's for. What's the purpose of it? What are you trying to accomplish? If you're trying to create a skateboarding brand, then your target audience is skateboarders, right? Ages, whatever, 10 to 30. It doesn't matter. You got to figure out what your target audience is, and you have to gear your brand towards that because those are the people that are going to buy your stuff, guys. And if they're not buying your stuff, you're not going to succeed. So your target audience is super important. Pay attention to that part, guys, because your target audience is the most important thing that you can think about before starting your actual brand. You already have a really cool name, you have a logo maybe, and now you need to find your target audience, and you need to make sure your brand, like I said, is appealing to that target audience. Moving on to the next thing, legal stuff, right? Legal stuff. What is legal stuff? Copywriting your name, doing this and this and that. There's so many things that go into legal stuff. We're gonna skip that, guys. You don't need to worry about it. Don't spend your budget on it unless you really have the money for it. Unless you're doing really good with the clothing line, don't spend your money on it because guess what? You're gonna blow all your money on legal stuff. It's gonna cost hundreds of dollars, and then you might not want to do your brand after that, or the brand might not succeed, so you might have wasted all that time and energy trying to figure out all the legal stuff, meaning, you know, you spend money on your trademarks, your copyrights, whatever it may be. It could be a big waste of time is what I'm trying to say, guys, in plain terms. It's a big waste of time, and unless your brand's doing really good, it may not be worth it. So what I would recommend is don't waste your time on it yet. Figure out your target audience, build up an audience, and once you have an audience that's actually buying merchandise from you and you're seeing some traction and you're seeing some growth, then you can start worrying about the legal stuff. But in the beginning process, it's really not that important, and I would definitely save your budget for other things like your logo or whatever. So anyway, so don't worry about the legal stuff. Super boring. Do it later on. It's okay, guys. Don't stress. We're having fun here. We're starting a clothing line in less than 10 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes. We don't know yet. We're gonna keep going. Okay, moving on. So designs. You have a target audience now, right? Now you need to figure out what designs are gonna look good, what kind of styles you wanna print for that target audience. What do they like? Don't be lazy about it, guys. Find out what your target audience likes. What do they buy? What do they buy most of? What's more popular? What's more popular? Figure out what that is, okay? And if you have to, reference other brands, but don't steal from them, don't copy them. That sucks. Don't do that. But use them as a reference and learn from them and do it your own way. So if you are targeting athletic people, reference Nike, see what they're doing, see why they're so popular. Check out their styles, check out their print, their shirt designs and stuff like that. Just see what they're doing and then try to mimic them in your own way and make it original. Don't copy them, like I said. But that's how you find out what is popular, what's trending, and you got to stay current with that stuff, guys. It's constant work. You're never going to stop doing that, so just get used to it. Make it part of your daily routine, if that, maybe your weekly routine. Do it as much as you can is what I'm saying, so you can stay up to date with what's trending so you don't fall behind, because if you fall behind, your brand fails. Just a quick little tip. Moving on. Printing. Okay guys, printing. This is a really interesting one. Everybody wants to know, how do they print their styles? How do they print their shirt designs? How do they print? How do they get their hats made? All that stuff. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about spending a huge budget. You don't have to have a dime right now to start that, okay? What you need to do if you want to start a brand without having any money, if you're broke as a mother effer like me, I'm super broke. If you're broke like me and you can't afford it, do print on demand. Print on demand is a way to go, because guess what? With print on demand, you upload your art, you upload your styles, and they print it for you. That's how print on demand works. That's a dumbified way of explaining it, but that's how it works essentially, okay? So there's a couple really good sites like Redbubble, Threadless. Threadless is cool over Redbubble because Threadless allows you to actually create your own storefront so it looks more authentic to what your brand is. And when people buy something off your website, they handle all the shipping and printing for you. And you get your cut, they get their cut, clean hands, you're done. And that's how it works. So it saves you a lot of time, a lot of hassle, and you don't have to have a dime to start your clothing line. So that's great for those people that just want to dip their feet in the water and see how things work before submerging themselves in a huge printing investment, because printing is not cheap, guys. You need at least $1,000 to get started. You can do it cheaper than that, but if you want quantity, you will have to spend some money. It's not cheap. You have to get a wholesale account. You have to buy wholesale blanks. You have to send them to the print shop. And if you don't buy wholesale blanks, then the print shop's going to charge you for them anyway. So my point is, if you don't have a huge budget for it, definitely do print on demand. You can get started right now, like I said, through Threadless, Redbubble, and there's so many other ones. I like Redbubble because they print on Bella Canvas, and as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Bella Canvas, and they have great quality blanks, and they just feel nice, and I'm actually wearing one right now. I love them, I really do. So Redbubble is the way to go for that, but if you want your own storefront, definitely check out Threadless. Like I said, guys, that's the way to go if you don't have a budget. But if you do have a budget, get a wholesale account and start buying blanks through either Bella Canvas or other wholesalers that sell tees and other styles like that. So that's another way you can do it if you have the budget. Moving on though, we only got 10 minutes, guys. Okay, so how do we gain a following now? We have all this other stuff handled. How do we gain a following? It's easy, guys. Use social media. It's the simplest thing ever. I can't simplify it anymore. Social media is the way to go. Check out Instagram, check out Facebook. Sign up for those things, okay? If you don't already have one for your brand, sign up for them. You already have your name, you have your logo, you got a print on demand thing going, and you know your target audience. Now go on those platforms and start kicking some ass and start promoting your brand. Take some photos with your phone of your friend wearing your shirt. It doesn't matter how you do it. Put some quality content on the web. Social media is what I'm referring to, in case people get confused. And just promote it. Like other people's photos. Use hashtags. Use the shit out of hashtags. That's how you're gonna get some attention, and organic attention, by the way. But you wanna utilize your hashtags, you wanna put up some quality content, you wanna follow some people maybe just to get some quick traction, and just interact with your audience and comment on them, let them know that you appreciate the follow, to check out your new styles that you have in your store. It doesn't matter what way you approach it, as long as you're interacting with your audience, your new target audience, and you're posting great content, you're using hashtags, and maybe you're liking photos of other random people just so they see your brand. Interact with people, guys. Don't be scared to do that, because that is how you're going to start building a relationship with your audience. You're going to grow your social media following, and in exchange they're going to start buying your stuff because they're interested, because you put the hard work in. That's what you got to do. That's the simplified version, but you guys get the point, right? I hope you do. If you don't, let me know in the comment section below. I got your back. I'm not saying this video is going to make you a millionaire clothing line owner. It's not what this video is for. It's a starting point to get you guys started in 10 minutes or less. That's what this video is for. There's so much more you got to learn, but this is a great starting point. So if you guys do want to start a clothing line, I hope this video helped you out. I hope it motivated you. I hope it pushed you to start your own clothing line. I definitely know the struggle because I owned a few of my own clothing lines, and it's definitely not easy. I had to go through a lot of learning to learn what I know now. So I'm teaching you guys that, and I'm helping you guys skip all the other stuff so you guys can actually start somewhere and start getting somewhere really, really fast without wasting money, wasting time, and all that other stuff. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys can follow me on Instagram at CharleyPangus. It's gonna be down here somewhere, and I'm always on there if you guys want to send me messages. Really do appreciate you guys. I really hope this video helped you out again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you in the next one.